Hello. I hope you're all doing well. And if not, I at least hope that your day improves. I certainly hope your days have been better than mine. Mine has been, rough. But anyway. Okay. So, first time being back in a while. I think it's been about a month again since I last streamed. Whoops. Been trying to sort things out. Regarding a move that needs to be made here soon. But things are not going smoothly. Things are very much not going smoothly. It's been taking a lot longer than I intended it to. Today is a Saturday, and I considered not doing Choose Your Own Deck nights tonight, since this is my first day back in a while, but also, fuck it. These are, like, my favorite nights anyway. I love Choose Your Own Deck nights. They're great. They're probably one of the more enjoyable nights, like, special themed nights that I have. So, that and Mid-Month Madness are my favorite. If things weren't so messy here, I would have streamed around, like, the middle of March this month so I could do Mid-Month Madness, because we finally have all 8 decks that I like mixing together. For those who aren't aware, Mid-Month Madness is a night where I mix multiple decks together, and the decks of choice are usually the Seasons of the Witch series of Oracle decks. And there are 8 of them, one for each holiday, essentially. And the final 8th one was released back in early February, so finally have all 8 decks to work with there. That's also another really fun night. And I'm hoping that I'm able to do that one next month. Hoping life doesn't continue just kind of getting in the way. So. But anyway. So we will be doing Choose Your Own Deck nights tonight. For queued readings. However, tonight for the collective messages, I decided that I'm going to use 3 decks. We're going to use 1 Oracle deck, or 1 Tarot deck and 2 Oracle decks. We're going to be using an Egyptian Art Nouveau Tarot deck, which I love. I love the Art Nouveau style. I absolutely adore it. And then I have an Egyptian Star Oracle to go alongside that. And then we're also going to use the Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle, because I've really been enjoying that one lately. It's also had some really nice messages, so I'm hoping it continues that. Also, I hope audio levels are fine. I think they are, but let me know if I need to turn down music. Alrighty. And yes, there indeed has been a name change. I changed my name, number one, because I wanted to remove the bot out of my name. Number two, I also kind of wanted my name to reflect kind of like the sort of readings that I do. And because I specialize in shadow work, I went with the Obsidian Mirror. So now, instead of EVBot, my name is now the Obsidian Mirror. Okay, anyway. Let's see what message they have to share. What do we need to hear today? Oh. Oh, fuck you. Ugh. Well, this one is definitely talking a bit in all caps to me right now, so that's fun. Okay. We have Tower reversed. The Emperor reversed. And the Two of Pentacles reversed. Great. Wonderful. Love it. Alrighty. So anyway, there are some struggles going on here, particularly with this tower reversed. Things are out of balance. Things are currently just kind of chaos right now. And there's a lack of structure here, okay? Things aren't going exactly the way you wanted them to, and they're not exactly going to plan, okay? But this moment will pass, which is why it's reversed, okay? It'll pass. Do your best to release control in this situation. Unfortunately, there are just some things that are out of your control, that no matter how much you want to have control over that situation, you're not going to, okay? Even the best laid plans can just kind of not go in your favor, which is certainly what's been happening for me recently. And the current structures in place for a certain site that I've been trying to deal with today has been fucking me over. But it's also out of my hands. Just know that things may be out of balance currently. But essentially just keep doing your best to just kind of keep things balanced. Don't worry a little bit too much about what's out of your control, and let the results of those things get get to you too much. Okay, there's only so much you can do in this situation, because control is very much not in your hands. Just know that this moment will pass, okay? It's gonna be a struggle to get through, but it will pass. Egg! Hello! Also, thank you for the Prime sub. Nope. Did you motherfuckers? Yep. I don't like that these two immediately popped out. Can you not? Can you not? Did it change? Okay. Two cards that like literally popped out together. We're gonna try to pull, well actually no. I was gonna say we could try to pull one more card here, but no. Capitalization is fine for me, Egg. I see it the way it's normally supposed to be. So we have two cards here from the Egyptian Star. We have Set, Leadership, and Isis, Salvation. And Osiris, funnily enough, is right there on that Emperor card. Why you do this? Why you do this? Why? Why you do this? These two literally, like, popped out stuck together, by the way. Fuck you. Alrighty. So. Set. Leadership. This card is all about taking action. Set was an active god who plunged Egypt into chaos because of his ambition. It's funny. In the Egyptian Art Nouveau tarot, he's on the Devil card, which comes before the Tower here, but he's most certainly the Tower. Okay. That is him. Your ambition probably won't unseat a God King, but it might help you get ahead from where you are now. Leaders are usually at the front of the battle, showing others the path forward. This card invites you to step to the front without fear or reservation and take the lead in your present circumstances. And then there's a little bit of history for this card. Although he was the god of chaos, in another form, Set led the charge to guide Ra's bark through the dangers of the sky. The Lord of Life who is in front of the bark of Ra. And those who have been around here for a while know a bit more about this story, because it's something that I actually talk about a lot. Alright, and then we have Isis. Salvation. Is your back against the wall, or have you painted yourself into a corner? This card is all about getting out of a sticky situation. Sometimes help can come in ways you least expect it, appearing like a miracle from the celestial heavens. This may be an outside influence coming to save the day, but it will more likely be a solution you discover on your own through sudden inspiration. When appearing in the future position, this card is a reminder to not worry about your present circumstances, because they are going to change for the better. Perfect. That goes so in line with things. On the card, Isis is shown with the headdress of Hathor. The cow horns and the solar disc in the center. It's kind of hard to see. But that's a crown that's typically associated with Hathor, yes. And is kind of typically associated with the mother archetype. Also known as the Empress, which funnily enough, she's on the opposite card to Osiris, on the Empress card. In this tarot deck. Would you stay put, sir? Fuck off. The history for this card. By the late Roman period, Isis, the goddess of healing and magic, became conflated with many other goddesses. Yes. Rescue me through your command, the one who makes terror in enemies. She can be very terrifying, by the way. She was responsible for protection over the nation of Egypt, not just against their physical enemies, but also for the continued salvation of the nation's spirit. And she did this by warding off chaos and preserving order and stability. It was perfect. Perfect given the emperor there. And the tower. Her temple on Philae Island says Isis was more effective in staving off the enemy than millions of soldiers. So, how are you, Egg? I hope you're doing well. Let's see what the Ostara Oracle wants to add here. If it wants to share a message. Do you have a message? I'm not sure that it wants to share one. It's either thinking very, very carefully. There we go. It is. It is thinking very, very carefully. Did I forget to activate it again? Fuck. Hold on. 1 second. I may have turned it off. I don't fucking remember. Let me make sure it's still on. My bad. It is on. Nightbot, why are you not working? Sorry, let me get you the link itself. Oh. I already removed it and reconnected it, but let me like do it again. Yeah. Do you want to try to use the choose command again for me, please? Because it's still active. There we go. Okay, I logged out, logged back in, and then made it leave the channel and like join again. Just to be completely sure that it was actually there. But thank you, Egg. Okay, And going in line with that Emperor card, we have, of course, Aries. Going in very, very much in line with that Emperor card. Because, the astrological associations for that card are, Mars and Aries. Righty. So, I already know what this card is all about, and it is very much going a little bit in line with this set card here. Aries. You're being called to step into the flame with an ignited vision of your desires. Time is of the essence. Keywords are initiation, fearlessness, boldness, and impulsiveness. Now I'm very in line with him. Because, Aries, and especially with, like, Mars in Aries, that's very much the warrior archetype, and that is what he's known for. He was very much a warrior. And he had, as the card does say, he had great ambition, and that's part of what got him into trouble. He went after what he wanted without reservation at all. In various contexts. Particularly when it involved physicality and pleasure. So, the zodiac sign Aries is the sign of fresh starts and renewed vitality. It is the astrological new year, initiating humanity into each different cycle of cosmic evolution. Aries natives, or people with many placements in Aries, are bold, self-motivated, and full of energy, and never shy away from a challenge. They are warriors through and through, having no problem being the first to charge into the fire. Aries says now is the time to act, and that you should do so quickly. Do not waste this opportunity with doubts, second-guessing, or lack of confidence. Aries is impulsive and quick to get the ball rolling, but burns through this burst of energy just as quickly as she starts. Your situation mirrors the vibrations of the Aries season. Your doorway to success is opening, but will begin to close almost as soon as it appears. Be mindful of losing your nerve by overanalyzing, as a successful outcome in this situation requires immediate boldness. This card can mean being the first to say I love you, or if you are single, being more aggressive when it comes to dating or making friends. You may need to initiate conversations and speak up for yourself and your desires, and not be afraid to ask for what you want. Fortune favors the bold, as the saying goes, and Aries is bold if nothing else. The only way to lose is by failing to play. So, in essence, going in line with what I said earlier about, like, how things may be out of your control in a specific situation right now, and things are kind of out of your hands, okay? And things may be kind of, like, may have been thrown into chaos, and are just not going the way that you planned. Okay, but like I said, with that, like, with that tower reversed, that moment is going to pass, okay? Things may be imbalanced right now, but they will come back into balance. However, you're going to have to work for it, and you're going to have to fight for it, okay? If this is really what you want, you need to fight for it. Yes. Situation sucks. Things are out of your control, and there's not much you can do, but that doesn't mean you can that doesn't mean that you can't fight back against it, okay? So if it's something you want, keep pushing through, okay? Don't let those challenges dissuade you. Don't let the obstacles dissuade you. Don't let them stand in your way, okay? This moment will pass. There will be something worth it on the other side. You just have to keep going. And if you have to take the lead in the situation, go for it. Alrighty. So, I hope that message helped. For anyone who needed to hear it, that one was definitely a call out for me. That one is definitely a call out for me. I've been fighting with eBay all day. Because, Adam is trying to, sell some stuff to, help fund the emergency move that needs to be done here before I fucking go insane after some recent incidents here. And eBay cannot get their shit together. Their verification system right now is completely broken, and he's had to verify himself like 3 fucking times, and earlier this morning he got auto-flagged for being unverified, though literally all of his information is verified. And he got a temporary suspension that he had to fight against. It was immediately reversed, but still. That means that all of his listings were removed, so now he either has to upload them again, or move to a different service. Luckily, the offers that he accepted like earlier this morning still went through. And he can still fulfill those, but anything else? Gone. Gone. Okay. But yeah, so I think after this, we're planning on moving to McHenry instead. Because eBay can go eat a bag of fucking dicks. Thank you, bud. Hello! Oh, and there's an ad break. My apologies. You'll be open shortly. It's actually just about to open it here. Okay, queue is open. You may go ahead and join now. Okay. These back. I mean, that's kind of how they've been recently, is, very direct. Also, welcome back. Also, my apologies. I was, about to open queue right before you, right as you were like typing the join message. Queue's open now, so you can go ahead and join. My apologies. Alrighty. Let me take a drink here really quick. But yeah, queue is open for anyone who wants to join. And thank you, Nightbot. Perfect timing. Tonight is choose your own deck night, so make sure to use the choose command so you can choose what decks you have used for your reading. It's actually perfect timing, Nightbot. Thank you. Okay. Speaking of egg, what decks would you like? I'm sorry if you said that earlier. Okay. 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 And I was going to say, like, for anyone who doesn't know what deck to choose, I'm probably going to default to... Let's see. Should I use Cats Rule the Earth Tarot or Modern Witch Tarot? Cats. Yeah. I was thinking cats. Do you want Modern Witch? Okay. I will use Modern Witch for yours, and I'll probably default to the Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle. So, given that it is spring now, finally. In the Northern Hemisphere, anyway. Okay. And let me get you... let me get the Empyrean Tarot and Moonology messages oracle for you there, Egg. There is Moonology, and here is Empyrean. Luckily, these are all near the top of my basket. Right? I've suddenly seen, like, a fly again. It's just like, oh man, I was so happy to be rid of you. Finally. The fucking flies, man. They're just so fucking annoying. I dislike flies and gnats. Apparently. He's apparently just like buzz bitch. I wanted to make a comment there, but I won't. Oh, I was just gonna say, buzz bitch. You got any more booze I could attempt to steal? Given that the last time that there were flies in here, they kept hovering around my bottle of bourbon. Probably because there's a bit of sugar content in it, so they're just like, gimme. And it's just like, yes, that booze is for guides, but no, sir. Like, you may be a guide, but you are not my guide. Not for you. Precisely. Probably just like, but free booze. What do you mean I can't have it? You said it's for guides. I am a guide. Where's my booze? Oh shit, I forgot to change the links in the fucking timers. Ugh. I will do that later because I don't want to fuck with it right now. Right? He can literally just say, but it's in the name. It's my booze. The fuck do you mean it's not for me? Like, yes, sir, but it is for mine. My guides. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me take another drink here. Probably gonna need to grab another drink because I'm actually kind of thirsty. I haven't drank enough today. Though, granted, I should probably grab water and not another soda. Because I currently have soda. I have, the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. I'm really so glad that they made this a permanent edition a few years ago, because this is, like, one of my favorite, like, flavors of Dr. Pepper. It is so good. It's definitely not for everyone. It seems to be, like, very divisive. People either like it or they don't. But I particularly like it. Hell yeah. I recommend it. It's very good. Especially, you know where it's best? Making a float with it. Get yourself some vanilla ice cream and a bottle of some strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. It makes an excellent float. And the extra creaminess from the ice cream actually brings out the flavor of the strawberries and cream in the Dr. Pepper. It is actually so good. So if you wanna indulge a little bit and get yourself a delicious snack, particularly on like a really hot day or some shit. Ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and a bottle of strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. It is so good. So good. Like, I know, like, the typical float is usually made from either root beer, or sometimes you have, like, orange soda floats to make, like, a... I don't know what they would be called anywhere else, but, like, at least here in the US, like, they were reminiscent of, like, a popsicle, a frozen ice cream bar that was known as a dreamsicle, which is, like, orange. It's orange and, like, vanilla cream flavored. They're known as dreamsicles here. Or, like, orange creamsicles. Because dreamsicles are, like, the, that's the brand name from, like, the popsicle brand here. Those floats are also good. Also another of my favorite floats. And root beer floats are a classic. They're a fucking classic. But, like, there are so many other sodas. There are so many other sodas that work great for floats. Like Dr. Pepper. If you're a fan of Dr. Pepper. Because I know, like, not everyone likes Dr. Pepper. I know it's, like, more so, like, an American thing. But the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper makes excellent floats, in particular. And I'm curious... I've heard that the blackberry Dr. Pepper that was recently released, like, earlier this month, is kind of, like, meh. but I'm curious how that one might actually taste in like a float as well. Ouch. Yeah. I know not everyone likes root beer either. I know in like root beer is like another fucking American thing. That's like root beer is like an American drink, and like root beer doesn't really exist everywhere else throughout the world. And like particularly in like Asian countries, like root beer isn't really sold very often because to them it apparently tastes like cough medicine. And it's just like, what? I wish cough medicine here tasted like that. Can we switch? Please? That too. Some people also don't like it because of the sweetness. I mean, given it's an American creation and stuff and all that, it's not really that surprising. As an American, yeah. We definitely have too much sugar in a lot of things. Particularly our breads. Like our sandwich breads, sandwich loaf breads that we sell in stores. They're just full of sugar. It's so full of sugar, dude. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. It's not that surprising that like root beer would be like too sweet for like some people too. And some people just don't like the flavor because it's like it's an aged vanilla flavor. It's like very similar to cream soda. Cream soda and root beer are like the same soda. They're just aged different aged for different lengths. Hi Bree. I hope you're doing well. But anyway, I got to yapping about Dr. Pepper and somehow we ended up here. But yes, the point of that entire tangent. Strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. Vanilla ice cream. They make an excellent float. Especially on really hot days. It is so good. Well, yes, that was a comment to myself that I probably should get another drink because I am quite thirsty, but I probably shouldn't get another soda. I should probably go actually grab water. Wow, that is the second time that you've gotten that, Bree. You're the only person who's gotten that affirmation. And you've gotten it twice now. I'm also sad that we're not getting many of the new ones. The bot's just like, nah. I know you have 55 of these now, but we're gonna go for like the first 20-ish or so. Fuck you. No one needs the other ones. Oof. Ouch. Yeah. Like, I particularly think that that phrase is something that's very, very much overused. The one that I mentioned there in the first line, that's in quotation marks. It's very much something that's overused. Very, very much something that's overused. It's something that, like, there are very, very rare cases where that's actually applicable. And it's something that people just like throwing around. It's essentially a pop psychology term that just kind of became something that it was never meant to be. But that's the case for a lot of things. A lot of things. Unfortunately. And I despise the overuse of that phrase in particular, because it ends up just turning into victim blaming instead. But you already know how I feel about that. I've talked about that one in length with you guys in particular, in like our voice calls and shit, so you know how I feel about that, and how a lot of like about a lot of the pop psychology terms that have essentially just kind of like wandered into like the spiritual spaces. And just in social media in general. So like the other one that I hate a lot that's like very, very much overused is gaslighting. Victim mentality and gaslighting are like two of the most overused ones. Yup. As someone who has actually been gaslit, that is not something you want. Trust me. It is not fun. It is very much traumatizing. And, it sucks. It's not someone just kind of, you know... It's used so much when, like, someone says one thing, and then they, like, go back and say another thing. That's not what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, gaslighting will literally make you question your sanity. You will question yourself and essentially, like, question if you're in the right. If you're actually the one who's doing something wrong. It'll make you doubt yourself and essentially just kind of eviscerate you to your very core. That is not something you want, and that is very much not what is happening in so many cases where it's actually being used. Anyway. Oof. Probably was not a good idea to drink soda on stream. Ugh. Yes. We can see what's going on there when we do your reading. I forgot to acknowledge that earlier. I saw you ask it earlier when you joined queue. My apologies, but yes. Okay. Anyway, speaking of, are you ready, Egg? Yeah. Yeah. I'm also from Illinois, so close enough to the close enough to the Chicago area. Yeah. I've just always called it soda. But yes, up here, most people indeed do call it pop. Yes, it is a Midwest thing. Yes. Yes. A lot of Midwesterners and a lot of Southerners as well still call it pop. Though in the South, in certain regions of the South, it's called like soda pop. Or sody pop. um, and I think it's like West Coast that like it's usually called soda is like the most common term. And then also in like the Deep South and like a lot of areas in the Deep South, there are a lot of people who will just call all like sodas Coke. Precisely. Yes, they'll call it Coke. Mm-hmm. Though that one's a lot more rare. It's usually in the Deep South. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oof. That was loud. Let's see what you need to hear today. Ooh. Yeah, how much of a pain this back is to shuffle sometimes. It's kind of hard to keep your grip on it because it's so freaking thick. I'd make a joke, but I'll refrain and behave. Yeah, it's a struggle. Yeah. Some thicker cardstock tarot decks can be like kind of difficult to shuffle. Okay. I think we have 2 cards for you so far. Oh, okay, nope, there's a 3rd. There we go. Oof. Okay, let's see. We have... Okay, this was... Okay, that's sideways. Can we pick a direction, please? That is still sideways. Can we pick a direction, please? Thank you. Okay. So, we have all cups for you. Yes, that was pretty much the response, because it turns... I asked it once, and then it turned sideways again. So, I figured he's probably just fucking with me. It's just like, nah. I'm gonna do it again. Yes, we have all cups for you. We have 4 of cups. Yeah, let me show off this deck. I love lenticular printed decks. They are so fucking pretty. They are so pretty. They're expensive because they're difficult to make, but they are still fucking pretty. And I'm so fucking sad that Threads of Fate is closed. Which is who made this deck. They are fucking closed now, and it makes me so sad because they made some of the fucking best decks I've ever seen. They were expensive, but they were so worth it. They were so worth it. And this was a birthday present to me like last year, and I adore it. And I also apparently got really lucky with this deck because this deck apparently had issues where the back would peel off the plastic. I've never had a single problem with mine. Like a lot of these decks, they said like 40% or something, like may have been like 20 to somewhere between 20 to 40%, I think they said are defective. I think it was 20%. Now that I think about it, I think they said 1 in 5 decks is defective. So yeah. Then we have the 6 of Cups reversed. And the Conqueror of Cups, which if I remember correctly, I think is the Knight of Cups. It's the Knight of Cups. Okay. Let me actually double check this really quick, because I want to make sure. Yes. I thought so. It's been a while since I've used this deck. So, it is the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is actually very, very straightforward for you here, Egg. The moment I saw the cards, it's yeah. Okay, so essentially, There's definitely very much just kind of either a fear that things aren't going to go the way that you want, or that, things aren't just going the way that you want, okay? But I get the sense that it's more so a fear, given the other cards, okay? And I'll get to that one in a minute. There's just kind of... You're afraid that you're not going to get what you want here, that the results aren't going to be what you expect, what you want, what you're working towards, and what you're planning for here, okay? Which is kind of leading to, like, this disillusionment, okay? There's a sense of unhappiness and disillusionment because you're kind of just letting... You're letting the past continue to spin the narrative here, okay? You're continuing to let these past problems, this past heartbreak, okay, hold on to you a little bit too tightly, okay? You're worried that the way that things have gone in the past for you is all you're going to continue to get. And in this sense, you're kind of just living in the past a little bit here. Because you're just kind of holding on to these things, okay? And this is something that definitely does need to be released here and let go of, okay? Particularly if you do want to move towards something more healthy and more of what you want, okay? Let go of what doesn't belong. Let go of those past stories, okay? That way you can move forward with what you actually want to bring in, okay? And this is definitely coming from, like, given the Knight of Cups. This is most certainly just kind of like past situations with exes that kind of broke your heart and played with your heart a little bit, and were just generally emotionally manipulative. And who likely tried to accuse you of the same thing. Though that was just projection on their part. Don't let that get to you, okay? It's time to let that go. Not everyone is going to treat you the same, and you deserve to have better relationships that are healthier for you, okay? So keep doing your best to let the past go. Let those past narratives, those past stories, loosen their grip on you, okay? They are not who you are. Particularly since, you know, those were lies that were told to you. By these past partners. Yeah. Yeah. And that's okay. But also, you won't really know until you actually try. And until you actually know. You won't know until you know. I know that sounds circular and kind of stupid, but... You really won't know until you know. But at the very least... At the very least, just let those past, like, let that past Knight of Cups energy go, okay? With, like, exes that just kind of treated you terribly, played with your heart, played games with you, and just generally fuckboy energy, okay? That's, like, the one key word that I like to assign to the Knight of Cups reversed. It's not just heartbreaker energy, it's fuckboy energy. And you know what you say to fuckboys? Fuck 'em. So yes, let go of that past Knight of Cups energy, okay? with the exes who were just heartbreakers, who played games with your heart, played games with you, particularly may have played, like, mind games with you a little bit as well. And just let go of that fuckboy energy, okay? And, I mean, you know what to do if you ever encounter another fucking, like, fuckboy energy, okay? Exactly what I just said. Fuck them. Fuck you. Get the fuck out. I'm done. Okay. Let's see what the Moonology message is. You? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The first card that just, like, casually slips out. Moon memories, the past. Fucking what? Also, why is this card a little bent strangely? Deck? Oh, yeah, my deck is like... My deck has always kind of been like this, and I've tried to correct it. It's kind of warped a little bit in the corners. It's very strange. Interesting. Okay. We will get you one more card. I will get you one more card. So. Let's see. Okay. We have Moon Dance. Celebration. So look at the... No, sir, we're not giving the entire deck, thank you. Okay. Whatever moon memories, the past. Whatever you're going through now is being strongly influenced by past memories. Maybe it has to do with childhood programming. For example, if you were told you weren't good enough, you are, or that there wasn't enough money to go around, there is. Such things from our past influence our present and therefore our future. Drawing this card suggests you need to be really honest about which situation from your past is negatively influencing your present, and then you need to clear it. Acknowledging that something challenging from your past is keeping you back from moving forward now is the first step. See the past for what it is, something that happened, that has shaped you, and that can be a springboard from which you can move forward. Do some self-development to get to the answer to your question. What in your past is negatively impacting you now? Clear that and everything else will fall into place. When dark memories come, replace them with happier ones to shift your focus and raise your vibration/frequency very quickly. Or rather, as I like to say, raise your mood. So. Like I said, just let go of the past. And yes, past situations are most certainly coming up right now with this month astrologically, and that chapter is going to be closed here with the upcoming solar eclipse in Aries. It's going back all the way to 2023 to close up that chapter, and also going as far back as with the new cycle that's starting, going back to 2017. The solar eclipse is on 28th or 29th, I forget. So soon. And that'll be the last of the series of eclipses that started back in 2023. It's closing up that chapter. So. And then all the eclipses for the next roughly 2 years will be on the Pisces-Virgo axis instead of the Aries-Libra axis. So. It is. We already had the lunar eclipse on... what? Like... Well, it would have been like 2 weeks ago from like the fucking... from the date that the solar eclipse is on. So... I forget when it was exactly, but it was about a week or so ago. So, yeah. Yeah, we had 2 eclipses. They always occur in pairs. So. The lunar eclipse always occurs on a full moon. The solar eclipse always occurs on a new moon. So. Okay, and then we have Celebration. Moon Dance Celebration. This card brings good news. You will soon have good reason to celebrate. Expect good things and positive developments. Think about all the good in your life at this very moment. What do you have to be grateful for? Be grateful for it now, which also does kind of tie into the Four of Cups a little bit as well. Do a little dance of gratitude. Stay focused on solutions, not problems. Open your heart and be as happy as you can with the way things are now. Be upbeat about the good things in your life. Being upbeat about the good things in your life is hugely important when it comes to creating the life you want. It's as though better things come to people who are already buzzing. The essential message for this card is you'll get what you want once you love what you have. Feeling grateful is the key. If you're going through a situation so tough that it's hard to be grateful, dig deeper for something you're happy about. Good times are ahead. You have to believe it. And this card is a sign urging you to be more optimistic. You have every reason for optimism. Yeah. Yeah. Eclipses always bring a lot of change. And the funny thing is, going back to the opening message with the appearance of like the tower and Set and stuff, Set is associated with eclipses. So he came to me on one back in 2023, so yay, you fucker. Ugh. But yeah. Yeah. He's associated with eclipses. because eclipses always bring about great change. And they're always a little bit chaotic. And he is associated with the night as well. Going back to that, like, story about him, being the one who essentially, like in the mythology, he was the one who steered Ra's solar bark through the night sky, guiding him to safety and protecting him from the Chaos Serpent of Pep, and fighting off the Chaos Serpent of Pep each night. He's the one who, if you look at that from, like, an allegorical / spiritual standpoint, he essentially is the one who guides you through dark souls of the night. He guides you through the darkness. Because their mythology is very much allegorical, so. Okay, anyway, angel number messages. Wow, that's quick. Okay. Okay. We have 2 cards for you here. We have 11. I am intuitive. You have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. And then we have 12-12. I am focused. Stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic throughout the entire journey. Your angels are right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. Yes. 12-12 is the progression of 11-11, by the way. It shows things progressing. I've been seeing 12-12 a lot. Where is... I need to find where... I reorganized my box a little bit of decks, and I need to figure out where I placed me. There they are. Okay, found them. Here. I'm just gonna grab them really quick. Let me pull out the Illuminators amulet. Hey. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, it's okay. Okay. You don't have to answer this. If you don't want to, Egg. But, are you talking about current crush or an ex? Just for clarification's sake. Okay. Hi, Bree! Let's see if he wants to give you an ex. So no, he gets quite sassy with this deck, and this deck is normally just quite sassy itself. Oh, he's already being sassy. Pick the following card. Okay. Cut through to find clarity. So, definitely not answering it for you, it seems. I get the sense that it's just kind of like, you kind of already know kind of situation. Or wait to find out sort of situation. So. Pretty much. I can't believe I forgot to update the fucking, like, links in my timers for Nightbot. I updated everything else but that. Ugh. But anyway. That's very much on brand right now, currently, by the way. There are some things that, like, guides are, like, legitimately just kind of... Guides are legitimately, like, in some, like, areas just kind of, like, pulling back a bit so that we can just kind of figure things out on our own. So... that might be the reason why he's not really giving a straight answer on this right now. So. Yeah. So, overall though, I hope that message helps. I'm sorry he's being a sassy little shit right now and not really answering the question that you wanted answered. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Alrighty. Oh yeah, Phantom Punk. I forgot to ask you what affirmation deck do you want. There are 4 you can choose from, I think. Let me check. There are 5. There's Thera-pets, Eventide Affirmations, Illuminators Amulet, which is the one that I just used, the pink one. Enlightened Cat Oracle, and then there's the Angel Number Messages, which is this one that I just used. So, which affirmation? Okay. Angel Numbers? Okay. I will use that with the other 2 decks that you chose. So. Moment. Let me put these away and pull out the decks you wanted really quick. Okay. Oops. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Let me take a drink really quick. And your question was, checking in with the energy of how people think, how people at the meeting, like, what they thought about you, right? Okay. So, let's see. Let's see if we can check in with the energy of that. Aw. Thank you, Egg. I will pull that out as soon as I'm done pulling the tarot cards here. Thank you. It's actually been a while since we've used that one on stream. My goodness. Okay, Egg. Good luck. And thank you again. Yeah, they're showing in chat. Okay, upright and reversed. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords, the Chariot, and the Six of Swords. So, generally, I get the sense that, and I don't think this is necessarily in a condescending way, by the way, but particularly given the Page of Swords and the Chariot, I get the sense that they kind of, they feel like you bring like a young, bright energy. Both bright in like a sense of just kind of like particularly perhaps optimism, and also bright as in sharp, smart, okay? I think they definitely, like, there's a lot of potential here, okay? Like, that you might be able to bring something new to the table, some, like, new ideas, because that's, like, kind of what the Page of Swords is all about, okay? It's all about just, like, oh, interesting! So, Yeah, young, bright energy. And I definitely think that, particularly given the Chariot and the Six of Swords as well, that there's just kind of like, this energy of just kind of like getting things moving. Perhaps they think that you can just kind of like bring movement to things, okay? Because that's what both of these cards are about. The Chariot is all about like momentum and forward movement and just like getting things going, and the Six of Swords is essentially just kind of moving on to like better things, okay? So there's definitely a sense of movement here. There's definitely a sense of change, okay? So I definitely think that they think that you bring potential here. There's a potential for like getting things moving, getting things going, and like bringing an energy of change and fresh ideas, okay? A young, bright energy, especially, okay? Given that Page of Swords. So I do get the sense that they just kind of think very positively of you and that they're like good things here, okay? But also I do get the sense too that particularly with like the Six of Swords, okay? I do also get the sense that like there's a reminder here not to get too stuck on what they think of you, okay? First impressions are important, yes. They make an impression. But first impressions aren't always the like end all be all here, okay? Things can always shift, things can always change. And as people get to know you more, they'll get a better idea of you, okay? So I do get the idea that there's also just kind of that sense of not getting too caught up in that. Don't get like too stuck there about worrying about things. So okay, and let's see what the Oracle wants to add. I'll pause here for a second because we have ads. Enjoy my Dr. Pepper while I wait for ads. Folder just popped. Probably been sitting in this one position for too long. Whoops. Okay. Ads should be over. Okay. So, now, let's see what the Oracle deck wants to add. Oh no, you're good. You can't control when ads appear. It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. We have 2 cards for you here. We have Yasmin and Rainbow. I love both of those. They are very beautiful. In fact, I think this is the image that's on the box art for the deck. It is, actually. So you can see it on the front of the guidebook, too. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, these decks are beautiful. And this is... Of the entire series of the Seasons of the Witch Oracle decks, this one is my favorite because it is by far the most gentle and doesn't have many of those cards that use a lot of those like phrases that I dislike. Some of the other ones kind of lean into like some of that a little too heavily. But this one, very gentle. I very much like the energy of this one. Okay. Yasmin. It is through yourself that divinity is able to weave magic. Keywords are manifestation, soul star chakra, and divinity. The moon is a powerful symbol of manifestation, and there is no plant more closely associated with the moon's energy than night-blooming jasmine. Its seductive fragrance dances on the crisp night air while white blossoms shine bright in moonlight, inviting you to connect your earthly plan with the divine. This is your call to recognize your role as the co-creator of your life. Your thoughts and actions are always communicating with spirit, drifting off into the ether to manifest in some way or another. Like the sweet fragrance of jasmine, there will be times when you might not smell it at all, and then suddenly the alluring scent will find its way to your nose. Thoughts are very much the same. There is no reason to try to control every thought that passes, but you can learn to reframe a thought when one catches your consciousness and instead choose the more empowering option. As you shift your narrative, your situation will also experience a change. Additionally, Jasmine encourages you to find self-reverence and express your divinity. Which essentially means value yourself. So, I kind of vaguely remember the message of Rainbow, so I kind of get the sense that these 2 cards together are also just kind of leaning into that message of like, don't worry too much about things, okay? Don't spend too much time worrying about what other people think of you. Currently. Just value yourself and know your worth, and people will essentially treat you the same way. You were the first to show people how you'll be treated, essentially. So, if you value yourself, people are likely to treat you the same way. Not always the case, obviously, because some people will just always want to take advantage of you. But just very much know your value, know your worth, and yeah. Okay. Rainbow. Take a breath, be still in your heart, and believe in what dreams may come. And also together, I think these are very much just kind of like all about like manifestation as well. So, yeah. Keywords here are hope, confirmation, transformation, and spiritual awakening. Rainbows are a universal symbol of beauty and hope. A rainbow occurs when sunlight shines through raindrops, which act as tiny prisms in the sky, becoming a welcome sight at the end of a rainstorm. Rainbow has entered your spread to renew your sense of what is possible. It's a happy sign that is letting you know the storm is gone and brighter days are ahead. Very much going in line with that Six of Swords energy. Yes! And it's not necessarily that, like, not believing in yourself is going to bring you, you know, like, what you don't want, but when you believe in yourself and you know your worth, know what you're worth, and know what you bring to the table has value, you're essentially just kind of not only showing people that, you know, you have what it takes, but also, you're less likely to turn away good opportunities when they actually come knocking. That's the important part of, like, why, like, there's always that, like, aspect of just kind of, like, releasing the negative thoughts, in, like, the manifestation space and, like, manifestation speak, okay? And it's not so much that you're essentially just kind of, like, dooming yourself by just kind of only focusing on the negative. It's just that when you're focusing too much on the negative and letting it overwhelm you, you're not going to see the good that's actually occurring. And if that opportunity comes along knocking a little too soon when you're not ready for it, you're more likely to turn it away because you don't believe you deserve it. That's why it's important not to focus on those negatives. So. It's a happy sign that is letting you know the storm is gone and brighter days are ahead, which, like I said, is very much going in line with that Six of Swords energy. You are about to go through a transformation that is joyous and happy. Unlike some transformations that are dark and ominous, this one is welcome and begins a journey of extended happiness, love, creativity, and peace. Take a deep sigh of relief, as it means your troubles are finally at their end. If you have hurt someone in your life, this card can mean they are ready to forgive you and move on. Likewise, it means you too are ready to offer your own forgiveness to others, freeing your heart of further pain. In finances, this card can mean an unexpected windfall or opportunities on its way to you, or the end of some financial trouble. For a career, it can mean a promotion or finding employment. For all other readings, this is your sign that good luck is about to fall upon you, like finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. It also serves as a yes in yes or no questions. Alright, great. Ugh. I need to stretch my legs. In other words, like, good things, okay? Just focus on remaining optimistic about the situation, and don't worry too much about what doesn't really matter right now. Let's see. Smokes to add. Okay. Card is 10. I am ingenious. You have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details, then direct others how to carry things out. Very, very much going in line with that Page of Swords energy. Very much going in line with that Page of Swords energy, okay? Like, you have good things, good ideas to bring to the table, okay? So. And before I forget, let me get that, let me get the Thera-pets deck out. Because that was redeemed for you. Oops. Okay. Okay, we have two for you. First one is... It's all going to work out fine. And the second one is... Here's a friendly reminder that the negative voice in your head is not you, and you are actually completely delightful. So, if you have a harsh inner critic right now, don't fucking pay attention to it, okay? Don't listen to that harsh inner critic. The harsh inner critic is just trying to keep you, stagnant. Keep you in the same place. Keeping you where you're comfortable. Or where it's comfortable. Precisely. So, I hope that reading helped. Yes. Good, I'm glad. Oh, thank you. Hello. Alrighty. Keep the Thera-pets deck out because we're using that one. Bree as well, because she had a card redeemed from that as well. Okay. Also, Bree, what decks would you like? As I'm putting away these ones. Okay. Let me get those out. Put away these ones. I wish I could move the camera and actually show you my bed currently. Ooh. What are those? Those sound interesting. What kind of candy are they? Ooh. Those sound interesting. My favorite, Starburst like candy are, I choose. Those are delicious.
Fruit Loop.
Thank you. Hi, Adam. Thank you for the resub. Oh, so gosh, I can't believe it's already been like fucking 23 months. Oh no. Oh no. My 2-year anniversary for affiliate is already coming up in fucking May. Shit. Thank you. Okay, let me pull out this in the Terror Divine pack right there. Okay. Next, you're not cooperating with me right now. How dare you? Not really. Not in like the... Not in the traditional sense, anyway. Not something I'm trained at, anyway. But, I do speak to my own guides, and I can sometimes hear the guides of others. But not all the time. There's Tower of the Divine. I also really need to remember to update those links in the towers because they are wrong now. That was my old name. Okay, where did I? There it is. Oops. I don't know if I don't know if I finished that thought earlier. I was saying that I wish I could like move the camera and show you my like bed because like it's I have like so many decks strewn about across my bed right now because the way that I reorganized my basket is proving to be very inefficient and more of a pain in the ass than anything else, so that's fun. Don't you be calling me out, sir. Yeah. Also, I'm not sure it's that heavy. It's a bit of an exaggeration. Sir. Thank you. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to fucking move the queue. My goodness. Also, speaking of queue, I should probably issue a last call here. Because I just noticed it's like 7. So, if you still wish to join the queue, you may still go ahead and do so. Joining the queue is free, by the way. So, anyone can join. I'll leave it open here for a few more minutes, so. Hello. Okay, are you ready, Bree? Okay. So. See. It's been a while since I've used Terror of the Divine, so I'm curious how fucking sassy and or brutal this one is going to be today. Alrighty. What do you need to hear today, Bree? Let's hope it doesn't eviscerate you too much. Oof, okay. There. Okay. We have 4 cards for you here, it seems. There was an extra one that snuck in. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands. And this one is kind of, these first 2 here are actually kind of like, they keep flip-flopping between upright and reverse, but this is ultimately the directions that they want to be in. So both sides of the energy here are being called on. And then we have the 5 of Wands and the Chariot. Also, you can tell I've used this deck so much. Fucking edges of these. I mean, there's a reason I love this deck, but I need to get a new version, I think. Though, I mean, at the same time, I also don't care. It's just that the edges of the card look dirty, but it's the ink. I've used this deck so much that around the edges, the ink is worn off, and it's transferred to the front, and it just kind of makes it look dirty. It's just the ink. Because there's dark blue ink on the back of the cards. Oof. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's definitely, I'm fairly certain that you can kind of, like, guess. Once I start talking about things, I'm sure you'll understand just kind of what situation in particular this is actually just kind of, like, alluding to, okay? But, given the Lovers, and that it was flip-flopping between upright and reverse, okay, there was essentially a lack of communication from, like, people close to you that just kind of caused problems recently in your life. And you're in this 5 of Wands space right now. Conflict. Struggle. Because it just kind of tore the rug out from underneath you, okay? And just kind of left you feeling even worse than before. This has probably put a little bit of a strain on relationships. Not just with them, but also between you and your partner here, okay? Because it's kind of left you feeling even more lost and even more pressured than you were before, okay? Right now, the 2 cards that are at play here are the Knight of Wands and the Chariot, okay? Yes, there's, a really shitty situation to deal with, and yes, you might feel a little bit rushed, okay? And it's going to feel a little bit overwhelming, okay? But this is something that you can fight through, okay? Don't let fear get the better of you, okay? Try your best to keep your head up. Keep with that, like... Keep that sense of, like, courage and bravery, okay? Like, I know you might really, really want to succumb to that, like, fear, okay? And that anxiety of what happens next, and that things aren't really going to go in your favor, okay? But there is momentum here, okay, on the horizon. There is change on the horizon where things will move forward, even if it seems highly unlikely right now, okay? Things are shifting. Even if you can't see it right now, just trust that there will be change, okay? You might have to fight for it a little, okay? You might have to be a bit rambunctious. Definitely going in line with that Knight of Wands energy, okay? You might have to be a little bit rambunctious and just kind of fight a little bit for what you want here. And fight through this situation, okay? But you will make it through this, okay? Also, we have ads starting soon. It's been sitting there for a few seconds and hasn't done anything yet, so I'm gonna hold off on pulling cards from the Oracle deck right now. Yeah, I know. I'm in a similar situation. Also, there are the ads. See you later, Adam. Have a good rest of your day at work. I'll see you when you get home. Thank you. I'm assuming those are for... Well, Bree already has one because Egg already redeemed one. So I can give one each to Kels and the other person in the queue. Thanks. Turn hiccups. Yeah, bye for now. I'll talk to you later when you get home. And then we can probably go play more repo. Okay, ad should be over. Welcome back. But, as I was saying, I know that feeling. Bree. I am kind of largely in the same boat. And as you know, guides have essentially just kind of pulled back right now. They're not really giving me much or doing much of anything for me right now. Do you know how I feel about that? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm very much getting tired of fighting, and I still don't really know exactly what I'm supposed to move forward with things, especially because more and more obstacles keep appearing. Like, I've been I need to move before, like, this place drives me fucking insane. And, you know, after the recent stunt the owners pulled, that, like, I need to get out of here before something, like, fucking worse happens. So, Adam and I behind the scenes have been essentially trying to arrange a way to just kind of, like, get the necessary money so that I can actually move and get the furniture I need, because I don't have anything, and I've been living in a fucking shitty motel room for the past 7 years. So, yes. Yeah. Pretty much. And with, like, eBay recently pulling, like, the fucking bullshit that they have, and their website is absolute fucking ass. Adam's been struggling to actually, like, fucking sell things. Because they... Yeah. His account, like, got flagged earlier. For being unverified, though. It was an auto flag. He got auto flagged for being unverified, though he's verified on 2 separate occasions before the re-verification that he had to do today. And before that, their verification system wasn't even working. He had to contact them, and it was literally escalated to their IT department to actually literally fix their fucking website so that he could actually fucking verify in the first place. And apparently what they did not fucking work. They literally changed the code on their website and added a new fucking menu because the verification system was broken. And it's apparently still not fixed. And now it's just like, how many people have you been fucking over recently because you haven't been doing your job, huh? So, we're very close to essentially just kind of giving up on eBay. We're considering moving to a different site entirely because eBay can't get their shit together. And it's just been nothing but constant obstacles recently. And it just seems like I'm just not getting out of here until, like, November. And I can't do that. I know this place will drive me insane before then. And, you already know what I've been dealing with. You already know how I'm feeling about that prospect, and how I've been feeling for, like, the past 3 months pretty fucking intensely. Ever since, like, December. It's about 4 months at this point, actually. So, actually, it has been about 4 months, because it intensified in December, but it's been longer than that I've actually been struggling with those feelings. So, very close to giving up on everything, which is why I've been away from streaming for so long, because things in daily life have just not been going well, and people here have no consideration for other people, so kind of difficult to stream without people just kind of causing problems, because they're either playing loud music or just standing outside talking very, very fucking loudly. So, I mean, that's not even everything. There's a lot more that I haven't really even talked about that's just kind of, like, happened here, and, this place is no longer a safe place to be, is essentially all I'm going to say about it, for more than one reason. It hasn't been for a few years now, and it kind of keeps getting worse because the owners won't actually do anything about it. So. Yeah. Because they care more about, you know, money than they actually do people that live here. So. Yeah. So, things have not been going very well for me in that front. And I'm starting to lose hope in actually being able to move out of here soon enough before something fucking terrible happens. So. Yeah. I very much know where you're at currently, unfortunately. And it's been exhausting dealing with just like day after day. Which is why, like, I just have not been able to stream for regularly for the past, like, year and a half. I only streamed consistently for, like, the first fucking 6 months that I did this. Alrighty. Let's see. Would you fuck off? Calcification. Or calcination, rather. Sorry. Dark Night of the Soul. It's a phrase I'm really tired of hearing, by the way. This card represents the straw that broke the camel's back. It's the spark of internal grief when your partner lies to you for the umpteenth time, or the anger that comes from a snide remark from a toxic boss. You finally have had enough of the traffic heading downtown and now have the fierce motivation to move to a new city. Calcination in alchemy occurs when you finally have a reckoning with what no longer is in alignment with you. This feels like an uncomfortable and intense dark night of the soul. Your ego feels unsupported by your reality, and you must experience a metaphorical death to be reborn. You can relate this to the occult symbolism of the phoenix. When this card pops up in a reading, it's time for you to metaphorically burn it all down so that you can be reborn. Calcination is the first step in the practice of alchemy associated with the lead planet Saturn, where you start and work your way inward towards the gold of the sun. It invokes the fire element linked with the divine masculine zodiac sign of Aries. Which is why spring, starting at the beginning of Aries season, is the season of rebirth, by the way. It is the practice of burning and adding heat to material or a solution to strip it down to its original state. A difficult life event, challenge, or roadblock can trigger you to begin the sacred process of soul ascension. While this is the beginning of your alchemical journey, it's an extremely necessary first step to progress to higher states of consciousness. It's card 33, actually. That symbol that you see is Lilith's symbol. The symbol of Black Moon Lilith in astrology, which is the point at which the The moon is at its furthest point away from the Earth. Calcination Phase Shadow Work. This is a shadow work deck, by the way. You can integrate the first step of calcination by identifying what should be purged in your life. Take a moment to journal your thoughts and emotions during this process. And the tagline slash sort of affirmation-y thing that's like a at the end of each card entry says, prepare for an ego death or shedding of your old self. Allow the ashes to fall away so that your true self remains. But yeah, camera focused well enough, actually. I forgot to check that. It's a little better. Okay. But these are unfortunately, as someone who specializes in shadow work, this is the tower moment. That is precisely what the tower represents. It is the dark night of the soul. It is the transformational process that you cannot avoid any longer. It is all the trauma, all the wounds, everything that we carry with us. And it can feel like an absolutely fucking destructive, horrible fucking moment. But there is light beneath the rubble. Okay, we have two here for you. We have the value of stealth. Sometimes the best way to achieve your goals is to approach them quietly and without drawing too much attention. And also doing so slowly. This might be slow-moving progress, but there will be progress, okay? And that's going in line with the next card, which is Patience is a Virtue. Good things come to those who wait, whether it's for a slow-moving sunbeam or the right moment to pounce. Then we have the Thera-pets card for you. See what this one wants to add. Immediately two cards. Progress is progress, no matter how small. And life will always bend you. But trust me, you are too strong to break. It's important to remember that yes, the tower moments in our lives are difficult. Dark nights of the soul are difficult. Very much so. But remember, it's removing what doesn't belong, crumbling the foundation, getting rid of anything that would get in your way, okay? So that you can get back to what truly matters. So that you can move forward in a better way, in a healthier way. Not in ways that are aligned with something or someone else. So that you can set better foundations for a better future. You can't continue building on compromised foundations. Eventually, at some point, it's going to come crashing down again. Yeah, I know the feeling. But something that they keep telling me as well is the solution will come to you eventually. Even if you have no fucking clue or idea what that could possibly be right now. It'll come to you when the moment is right. The sudden idea. The sudden solution. And you'll know when it happens. Okay? You'll know the right solution when you find it. So just keep holding on. I know you're probably tired of hearing that one too. I certainly am. Okay. So I hope that message helped. Of course. Ooh. Hiccup today, man. Okay. Kels, what decks did you want? Okay. Stretch my leggy. I really need to get the other Oracle decks from this creator. The creator of the Moon Witch Oracle has made like 2 or 3 other decks already. I need to get them. At some point after all this is over. Maybe I can see about getting those. Okay. Also, before I forget, let me go ahead and once again issue a last call here for anyone who may want to join. I'll be closing it here in a few seconds. So okay, let me go ahead and close the queue then. Okay. Are you ready, Kels? Alrighty. Let's see. What do you need here today, Kels? Okay. Eh. Sorry. I was asking for clarification on a card really quick. Three of Cups reversed popped out. I just wanted to see, like, really quick clarification on what that was actually referring to. Because it's kind of referring to a disconnect of some sort. And, yeah, it was answered immediately. Okay. So we have, Temperance reversed. Three of Cups reversed. Justice. And the clarification for the Three of Cups reversed about, like, in regards to what the disconnect was to, was the Hierophant. It's your guides. Okay. So essentially there's also a lot going on here with Temperance reversed, okay? Temperance reversed is all about, like, an imbalance. It also has that element of, like, chaos, but rather than chaos, it's more so discord, okay? Where everything is just in disarray. But, everything is in disarray and there's just kind of a lack of balance in things, okay? And it's also kind of, I feel like you're just kind of swapping between extremes here, okay? You're going back and forth between potentially just kind of being, you know, like, okay with things, and, like, more than just okay, but you're having, like, potentially, like, good moments, like, really good moments where you're feeling okay, you're feeling great, you're feeling super fucking positive about anything, and then suddenly, just as quickly as it came, you're fucking back into that fucking... Oh, ads. Okay. I will pause here. Fucking ads. Let me take another drink of Dr. Pepper here. I'm almost out of Dr. Pepper. Need to grab another can. Welcome back. Yeah, I was just saying, Temperance here is kind of pointing towards, like, an imbalance here, okay? There's definitely just kind of, like, that element of, like, chaos, but rather than chaos, it's more so what I like to refer to as just kind of discord, okay? There's just a discordance between things, where things aren't quite just, you know, like, it's not fitting, it's not making sense, they're not working together, not fitting together, okay? So, like, things are in disarray, yes, but it's not, like, complete chaos, okay? It's more so pointing towards, like, the imbalance, like, the lack of harmony, which is discord between things, okay? And, it's also kind of pointing towards, like, extreme behaviors, like, going between, like, extremes, okay? Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying earlier, right when you mentioned ads, and right when I noticed the timer. It's going between extremes, okay? Like flipping between extremes where you're having like good moments, where you're like feeling positive and like optimistic about things. But just as quickly as it comes, you're fucking tumbling back down into that depressive pit again where it's just like, what's the fucking point? This fucking sucks. And it's probably causing like a lot of anger. And a lot of this, if you're anything like me, is probably being directed at your guides. It's just like, why the fuck aren't you helping me? What the fuck are you doing? What is even the point of being here? Are you even fucking doing your jobs anymore? You're really just gonna let me flounder in this, huh? Thanks. Glad to know you have my back. So. Yeah. Yeah. So essentially it's just kind of causing like discord between you. You're just kind of butting heads and fighting against each other, okay? And you're also just emotionally flip-flopping, cycling between extreme emotions and thoughts and stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what I felt like right now. I've on multiple occasions told them to get fucked and get the fuck out of my life then. You told me since the very beginning that I don't need you. And I'm really, really starting to believe that because you guys are fucking useless. If you can't offer me any sort of fucking guidance between this. Like, in the midst of this entire fucking situation. Fine, get gone. I don't need you. You're right. Goodbye. So, like, number one, don't worry about that. They're probably used to it, number one. Number two, they understand it, okay? Like, they'll understand it. Like, yeah, they're going to experience human emotions throughout this, but they'll forgive you, okay? They'll forgive you. One thing that a lot of people just kind of, like, forget, and some people just don't even realize, is this is just as much a learning experience for them as it is for you. And I'm not just talking about this, like, current moment in this current situation. I'm talking about the entirety of it. Okay? Guides are not going to be perfect. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but they're not. They're also still human. They will make mistakes. They will fuck up. They will have human emotions. They're learning just as much as you are. And for whatever reason, they're not able to give you information about what is currently happening. And yes, that's leading to you kind of feeling abandoned. And it's okay to feel that. And it's okay if you're lashing out at them. Okay? They'll understand. Ultimately, they'll understand. It's probably not the first time it's happened either. So, don't worry about that if that's something you're worrying about, okay? Yeah. Don't worry about it, okay? But just remember as well, the key card here is justice, okay? Things will come back into balance. They may be imbalanced right now, and there's a lot of, like, disarray and discord in your life, and a lot of, like, disconnection. But trust that things will come back into balance, okay? I know it may seem impossible right now. It may not seem like it, but again, going back to like the message from Bree that like Bree had, okay? Tower moments are difficult. Yes. Dark nights for the soul are difficult. But remember that it's just removing what doesn't belong. Removing the cracked bits of foundation that you can't build on anymore. Because if you continue building on that cracked foundation, it's going to crumble down harder the more you build on it, okay? It's returning you back to your foundation so you can build on a healthier foundation and set better foundations for your future. Okay? And I know it may be hard to trust them right now. I certainly have a lot of difficulty with that, myself. I've been struggling with that a lot, okay? But just trust them right now, okay? Even if it doesn't seem like they're doing anything. They're keeping quiet for a reason, okay? It's not that they don't want to help you or that they can't help you. They probably are, just not in ways that you're seeing yet, okay? So, just try to be patient. And I know that might be really difficult right now, and you might be trying to rush things along and just kind of like trying to rush along to get to that point where things are better again, okay? But, this is unfortunately a moment that needs to happen, okay? So just give it time. And I know that may be really difficult right now, but just give it time. And don't be too harsh on yourself, okay? You're human. They're going to understand why you're upset and why you're mad and why you're yelling at them. Like, they're understanding of your situation, okay? And this is something that they keep trying to reassure me of too. They're understanding of your situation. They understand why you're upset. They're not trying to say that, you know, like, they're not trying to deny that, like, things are difficult right now, okay? They know it is. But just trust the process. And I know that might be really difficult to do right now, but just do your best to trust the process. And remember not to bottle things up, okay? Yes, emotions may be explosive right now, but there's a valid reason for it. So, don't be too hard on yourself about it, okay? Guys will understand. Okay, and let's see what the Moon Witch Oracle wants to add here. Oof. Well. That card shot out immediately. Oh my fucking god. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fuckers. You have 2 cards here. You have spells and rituals. Bring magic and self-care together. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 How about no? Trust. The universe has a plan for you. Spells and rituals. Bring magic and self-care together. Self-care is sacred. Never underestimate its healing and protective powers. Self-care is your shield from unpredictable collective energy. Self-care comes in a variety of forms and rituals. For an introvert, it could be tending to plants, cuddling with pets, reading a book, or organizing an altar. For an extrovert, it could be doing tarot readings with a group of friends, dancing, or going away for the weekend. Basically, self-care can be anything. There is no such thing as a universal self-care ritual. You must listen to your heart and find the best practices for yourself. It does not have to be fancy, expensive, or Instagram-worthy. When you are charged, calm, and relaxed, you are in your fullest potential. And yes, self-care is very, very fucking important during this period, especially during this month, astrologically, okay? Self-care and lack of self-care is what's being highlighted astrologically with this month, particularly during the Venus retrograde. Okay? So pay attention. Where aren't your needs being met? What do you need? Address it. Is that doing absolutely fucking nothing and vegging out for a day and just playing video games? Do it. Don't fucking feel guilty about it. Okay? Just fucking do it. Does it help you relax? Does it help you feel recharged? Good, it's working. Don't feel guilty about it. Just fucking do it. Okay. And then we have trust. Because someone wants to be a little shit. The universe has a plan for you. The best way to trust the universe is to learn how to trust yourself. Your body, your mind, your body, your heart, and your soul. Sometimes it's hard to let go of the steering wheel and lose our sense of control. This is especially difficult in a society that values a controlled, planned, and organized life. Unfortunately, this is an unrealistic ideal. No one is ever truly in control. At least not completely, anyway. So be patient. Ask the universe for guidance. Do the work. Stick to your vision. Watch for signs and allow good things to happen. Learning how to trust yourself and the universe takes practice. Remember, sometimes not getting what you want is a blessing. So, just trust. Trust the process, like I said earlier, okay? They may not be communicating with you right now. They may not, seem like they're doing anything right now. But they probably are, just in ways you're not seeing right now, okay? So, trust that they have your back and that they have your best interests at heart. And I know that's difficult, okay? I myself have been, like, struggling with this a lot, okay? You wanna know how many times I've told these fuckers to get fucked recently? And to get the fuck out? For a while there, it was at least once a day. Oftentimes, much more than that. For a while there, I was fine. I did last night, and I did earlier this morning, again. Once eBay started, like, trying to fucking, like, pull some shit again, because their fucking verification system is absolutely fucking broken. eBay can eat a bag of dicks. But yeah. Anyway, let's get you the Thera-pets cards here. Yeah. Trying your best is all that matters. The rest will fall into place. Is that, what is that? Is that a cuttlefish, I think? I fucking forget. I think it is. I can't fucking remember. And then we have an owl. Your struggle is not an indication of failure. So, remember that. I know in the moment it's really, really hard to fucking, really, really hard to remember that and to not feel like it's a failure on your part or that things aren't going to work out. But yeah. Okay, so I hope that message helps. Just do your best to be patient, okay? Be patient. Just keep holding on. And I know you're probably really tired of hearing, of being told, you know, to keep holding on, okay? I know I am. Like, I'm tired of fighting. I really am. That's been like my entire fucking life, and it's something I'm very, very much tired of. So, no thank you. My existence from the very beginning has been like nothing but a fucking struggle. And I nearly died like 3 separate fucking times before I was even like the age of fucking 6. Go suck a dick. But just keep doing your best, okay? Keep doing your best to hold on. Keep doing your best to just kind of try to pull away from those, like, extremes and those thought spirals, okay? Just remember those thought spirals never really lead anywhere good. I've been doing my best to let Mr. Sass just kind of like soothe me throughout all of this. Doesn't always work. Very frequently ends in me yelling at him. Just like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you so confusing? You make no sense. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. My queue is closed for the night, but I will be closing out here after I finish this last reading with a closing collective if you want to stay around for that. Also, eternal peace for me if you're still here. You're up next. Tonight is something that I do that's called Choose Your Own Deck Nights, where you get to choose what decks you have used for your reading. So if you type the choose command, you can look at the deck list and choose what decks you want used. Okay? And you can choose one from each category. And there are 3 categories. There's the tarot decks, the oracle decks, and what I like to call the affirmation decks, or just the extra decks. So choose one from each category. How about Cats Rule the Earth Tarot? And Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle. And then for affirmation, for affirmation deck, I think we'll go with angel number messages. Let me put some of these decks back really quick. Okay. Go ahead and pull these out really quick. We also have the Thera-pets. We also have the Thera-pets deck to use for you as well, because Adam redeemed a few cards for that earlier. Okay, let's see. What message do you need to hear today? Okay. Okay, we have Six of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Three of Pentacles reversed. So, Six of Pentacles is all about making sure that, making sure there's balance to that give and take relationship, okay? Doesn't mean that that give and take relationship has to be equal, okay? But make sure it's fair, okay? Make sure you're not being taken advantage of. Make sure you're setting boundaries where necessary, and make sure you're taking care of yourself, okay? Like, don't give too much of yourself or give too much of what you don't have. Given the Three of Pentacles... Oh, okay. Ads. I will pause. Ads should be over. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I'm not sure how much of that you heard, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start over from the beginning. The Six of Pentacles here is essentially like highlighting, balancing that give and take relationship, okay? Essentially, like, it doesn't have to be equal, but just make sure it's fair. Make sure it's balanced, okay? Make sure that, make sure that you're getting what you need, that you're being taken care of, okay? That your needs are being met, and that you're not giving too much of yourself. And set boundaries where necessary, okay? If necessary. And just ultimately make sure that you're being taken care of, okay? Make sure, again, make sure you're not giving too much of yourself. And given the Three of Pentacles reversed, I do kind of get the sense that this may perhaps be in regards to just kind of like work-life balance, okay? Because the Three of Pentacles is all about like working with others and ends up usually being about like quite literally our jobs. Okay? So make sure there's balance in that work-life relationship, okay? Make sure that work-life balance is okay. Make sure you're not giving too much of yourself, and that you're actually getting what you need out of the situation, and that you're like leaving enough time for yourself to take care of yourself, okay? Because the Empress is all about it's all about taking care of yourself. It's that nurturing, just kind of like mothering energy, okay? Make sure you're giving yourself what you need, that you're taking care of yourself, and that, you know, you're just showing yourself the care that you deserve, okay? Just generally, just the vibe I get is just make sure that you're not giving too much of yourself, okay? Just make sure that things are in balance. So, I hope that makes sense. Also, necessarily, Three of Pentacles doesn't also necessarily have to be about work. It could also be about school life as well. Because there is an element of learning to the Three of Pentacles as well. So I don't know if you're like in school or in college or something there, but that may also be referring to that balance as well. So whatever that means to you, just make sure that things are in balance, okay? Oops, my goodness. Okay. We have two cards for you here. We have Wreath Making and Pink Moon, which I believe also has an element of self-care to it as well. So self-care is definitely being emphasized here. So self-care and self-love, and essentially valuing yourself here is something that's definitely being highlighted. Okay, wreath making. Adorn your world with spells infused with purpose and craft the life you deserve. Keywords are home blessings, magical living, and the power of ornamentation. Anything can become a ritual of positive transformation with the right intention. Cleaning your home can become a powerful practice of clearing stagnant energy from yourself and your environment. Filling your home with fragrance can easily present a chance to uplift the spirits of those who dwell in your space, and adorning your home with intentional decor such as hanging symbols of prosperity or wreaths for protection can draw on your desires. Everything you fill your environment with can support your journey with ripples of positive energy. Be mindful of the energy around you, taking care to surround yourself with the people and things that give you a sense of peace and belonging as much as possible. The more you fill your life with things that bring you joy, the more reasons you have to attune to the vibrations of happiness and fulfillment, drawing more of this energy to you. Ornamentation can be a wonderful practice of self-expression, allowing you to find inspiration in the things you hold most dear. Allow your personal space to become a living vision board, slowly creating a life that is deeply reflective of who you are and who you would like to become. Additionally, being intentional with the people you spend the most time with can contribute to your growth or hinder it. If you surround yourself with positive people, you are much more likely to have a positive outlook yourself. If your desire is to advance in life, consider spending time with people who have been where you are now, as they can offer valuable insights to help you get ahead while avoiding costly mistakes. Okay, so given the Three of Pentacles there, and its energy is definitely one of working, like I said earlier, working together with others. Perhaps also make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who actually give a shit, okay? People who actually care. People who actually want to see you succeed. People who are actually positive and uplift you, not people who tear you down, okay? And then we have Pink Moon. Your tongue will illuminate the spaces within your thoughts that need evolving. Keywords are inner reflection, establishing new neural pathways. Look closely. A lovely soul dances up a staircase of oracle decks. Do they look familiar? They are the Seasons of the Witch, of course, a revolutionary series the likes of which has never been seen before. Was it ambitious, maybe even improbable? Absolutely, but not impossible. No dream or goal is impossible for those who are willing to stay committed to bringing it to life. It may require a different way of thinking, a lot of hard work, changing some habits, convincing the non-believers, sacrificing many things, and a lot of reflection, but in the end there isn't anything you can't do if you believe enough in yourself and your ideas. Yeah, I was gonna say, given this, and there's like now, so, like, this card is mentioning like manifestation and creating what you want. If you're looking for this sort of like positive crowd to surround yourself with, just keep valuing yourself, know your worth, and keep going after that, okay? This card guides you to bring illumination to your situation. Your thoughts and words are powerful and can support a journey of remarkable achievement, or they can become roadblocks that prevent you from reaching your fullest potential. You have the ability to reroute the streams of your consciousness, creating fresh, empowering thoughts and beliefs. Embrace the transformative practice of introspection, for in these moments of quiet reflection, you will lay the foundation for profound evolution. This card encourages you to release the outdated patterns and beliefs that are depleting your confidence and growth. The only person who can ensure a positive solution to your question is you. And it's something that starts with you, okay? As I said with someone else earlier, value yourself, okay? Know your worth, okay? And know that your self-worth is not tied to anything outside of you. It's not tied to productivity or what you can do for others, okay? It's not tied to anything but you. You don't have to be doing anything special to be deserving of love or kindness or good things. You exist. You are human. You deserve those things. And you deserve to be able to treat yourself that way and know that you have value, okay? It is something that very much indeed does start with you. Okay? So, know your worth, know your value. Treat yourself with the care, love, and respect that you deserve. Okay? And know that you're deserving of receiving that from other people. And yeah, keep working on going after that. Okay? Let's see what the angel number messages want to add, and then we have the Thera-pets card redeemed for you as well. Okay. Oh, these two are definitely very much going in line with this. We have 77, I am brave, It is time to move on from old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. And 555. I am optimistic. A major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. So, stay positive about the outcome that you want here, okay? And Thera-pets card. Oh, okay, whoa. Okay, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. You are a whole person. You are complete. So, if you keep telling yourself that you're broken, that you don't fit in anywhere, that you don't belong, that you're not meant for this, knock it off. And going in line with that, no beating yourself up anymore. It doesn't help and you don't deserve it. As a cute little doggy. So, no more harshness. Be gentle with yourself. Love yourself. Value yourself. And I know that's difficult, okay? I know that's fucking difficult. But just keep practicing it, okay? And know that no matter what, no matter how anyone else treats you, no matter what anyone else tells you, you deserve kindness, you deserve love, you deserve respect, and you deserve good things. From yourself and other people. Okay? Anyone else who tells you otherwise can get fucked. And not in the fun way. I hope that message helped. So. And also, thank you for stopping by. Oops. Sorry, just bumped my microphone there. Sorry if that was loud. Okay. Let's go ahead. And okay. And with that, let's go ahead and get into our closing message here. Our closing collective. I really need to change the links in the timer. Can't believe I freaking fucking forgot to change those. I'll try to remember to do that after I end the stream here. Okay. Anyway. Let's go ahead and see what they want to say here. Alright. What message would you like to close us out today? Uh-oh. That's not good. We have 7 of Cups. 7 of Swords reversed. 9 of Pentacles. So, things may be a little confusing right now, okay? You may not be sure which direction to go in, what you're supposed to be doing, which option you're supposed to choose with this 7 of Cups reversed here, okay? And things are a little bit overwhelming and it's leaving you feeling quite lost, okay? Do your best to be patient with the situation, okay? And above all else, let go of this self-sabotage, okay? Stop telling yourself that it's never gonna work out, that you're not gonna get what you want. Do your best to not give into those negative thought spirals, okay? Do your best to just release the negativity and just let go of it, okay? Just let it go. Just let it go. And just keep trusting that things will work out. Those rewards here at the end of all this are there for you to take. No, this is the closing collective. This is for everyone. So, if it fits for you, take it. So, trust that those rewards at the end of all this are there, okay? That there is a payoff to this. That it exists. There's something better at the end of this all, okay? Do your best to let go of the ways in which you're sabotaging yourself, okay? Stop telling yourself that it's not going to happen, that it's not going to work. There's nothing at the end of this. What's the point? Why are you even working towards this when it's not going to work anyway? Don't give in to those negative thought spirals. All the harsh negative shit that you tell yourself all the time, okay? And don't... Another form of self-sabotage is also just kind of like... When life has just continually fucked you over and over and over again, it can be hard to kind of let go of that feeling of like needing to look over your shoulder, just kind of waiting for that hit to come after something good has happened to you, okay? When something good has finally happened to you, you just kind of wait for it to wait for the moment where it comes crumbling down and it's ripped away from you again. Do your best to let go of that as well, okay? Just know that there are good things at the end. There's a payoff to it. Okay? Yeah. And know that, like, while you might not have clarity right now, it will come. You'll find a way out of whatever situation that you're dealing with currently, okay? If you're currently struggling with something right now. May not make sense quite yet, but it will. Oops. Meh. Okay. We have Jasmine and Secret Circle, which I'm not sure that I've actually seen yet. So let's see what these have to say. Jasmine. It is through yourself that divinity is able to weave magic. Keywords are manifestation, soul star chakra, and divinity. The moon is a powerful symbol of manifestation, and there is no plant more closely aligned with the moon's energy than night-blooming jasmine. Its seductive fragrance dances on the crisp night air while white blossoms shine bright in the moonlight, inviting you to connect your earthly plan with the divine. This is your call to recognize your role as the co-creator of your life. Your thoughts and actions are always communicating with spirit, drifting off into the ether to manifest in some way or another. Like the sweet fragrance of jasmine, there will be times when you might not smell it. Might not smell it at all, and then suddenly, the alluring scent will find its way to your nose. Thoughts are much the same. There's no reason to try to control every thought that passes, but you can learn to reframe a thought when one catches your consciousness, and instead choose the more empowering option. As you shift your narrative, your situation will also experience a change. Additionally, Jasmine encourages you to find self-reverence and express your divinity. So, self-reverence is essentially just kind of going back into that, like, knowing your worth and your value and stuff. And treating yourself as such. And then we have Secret Circle. A dive into the depths of the unknown within beckons your becoming. Keywords are it begins where it ends, go deeper, and infinite wisdom. The circle represents a never-ending journey that has no start and no end. The Wheel of the Year is like a circle that continues to revolve year after year, with each revolution offering another chance to dive deeper into spiritual discovery. Interesting. I actually recently released a spread that's called Seasons of Life. It is up on my Ko-fi page. And if any of you are interested, type !Ko-fi, K-O-F-I, to get the actual working link to my Ko-fi page, and all the spreads I've released will be there for download. Because I do release spreads occasionally. There will always be room to grow, evolve, adapt, or express, and thus your capacity for growth is infinite. This card represents an opportunity to go deeper, to look beyond what you know and consider all the things that you may be yet to discover. For a current relationship, this card can mean getting to know your partner as they are today, instead of expecting them to be who they were in the past. If you are ending a relationship, this card is confirmation that someone new will appear much sooner than you think. This relationship can be intimate, regarding a friend, or even a business partnership. In career or finance, any disruptions will only be temporary inconveniences. You will experience a pause just long enough to fully close one door before opening another. Perhaps this is your chance to discover fresh trends and try different ideas. If your question is about finding purpose or clarity, you are invited to walk a completely different path from what you already know. Ultimately, this card has appeared to guide you towards something entirely new. Interesting. Alrighty. And then, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and use this one as well. I've liked the messages from this one today. It's been a while since I've used it on stream anyway. Heck yeah. Congrats. Okay. And we have 30. I am imaginative. You are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. So, going into that, like, clarity and figuring things out, okay? You'll figure it out even if you have no fucking idea what that is quite right now. It will make sense eventually. And then, we have 1111. I like how this pops out as soon as you come back, Egg. I am awakening. The universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and helping you wake up to who you truly are. Oh, and we have ads. I'll read that again after ads are over, just in case it got cut off. If you want to, sure. Okay, ads should be over. So, just in case that last card was missed, the last card here is 1111. I am awakening. The universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and helping you wake up to who you truly are. So, know that even if you can't see it right now, things are happening behind the scenes. Okay. So. And then we have the Thera-pets card. See what they want to add. Oopsie. We have 2. With every challenge you meet, you gain experience. Every day you're leveling up. Very much kind of giving practice makes perfect vibes. And your struggle is not an indication of failure. It's not a failure. You're not a failure. because you're encountering opposition or obstacles doesn't mean that things can't change, okay? They're temporary. They're temporary. Just keep pushing through. So, I hope that helps for whoever needed to hear that closing message today. And before we close out for the night here, Egg, let me get you that card. Let's see what answer they have. Okay, that shot out immediately. That's a little bit of a non-answer there, sir. Come on. No, don't you give that response either. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you the series of cards, okay? First card that pops out is your magic is potent. And then take it to the altar. No. Okay. So, we do have two other cards that just popped out together. The first one is just kind of like... That's also kind of a bit of a non-answer, which is when a second card popped out. The first one that was... that I went to, because it was a bit of a non-answer, is you're in alignment. And then, after that thought, another card popped out and it said beyond a doubt. So, yeah. I like the sass. The series of sass here. The your magic is potent card just kind of gives a little bit of like you already know kind of vibes. So does the you're in alignment card, but I like how it just goes from you already kind of know to take it to the altar and come ask me yourself to okay, fine. Yes, you're in alignment. Very much giving you kind of already know vibes again. And then just finally giving an answer. Like, damn bitch, fine, here. To me, not to you. Yeah, precisely. Just like, no, I'm sorry. No non-answers right now. Don't fucking half-ass your answer, sir. None of this bullshit. Okay. It's funny, I call Mr. Sass bitch all the time, but he never really does the same back, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I use bitch as a term of endearment, but it's something that, to my knowledge, none of them have ever used back, especially him. Which is kind of cute, but also, like, really, sir? But anyway, so I do hope that message helped there, Egg. Even if you did get like a few non-answers there. It's definitely just kind of like a little bit of just like skirting around the question there. They really like doing that with that deck specifically. That deck specifically, it's always just skirting around an answer, I swear. Okay. And it might be, yeah. It could also be energy of like other person. They might also not really be quite sure themselves. So, might be something that they're kind of struggling with. I know that happens. A lot. But yeah. And also, as for the closing message again, I hope it helped whoever needed to hear it. But with that, it is unfortunately time for me to call it, because it's like almost 9 p.m. here. Whoopsie. But, before I forget, Egg, did you guys want to do a voice call shortly? I can help you try to figure out what the hell's going on with your laptop. I think I have an idea of what it is, and I want to try to help you test it really quick. But, yeah, I'll message you in a bit. First, I gotta clean up mess here. There's still decks strewn about my fucking bed right now, because the way I have my basket organized is so... And it ended up being just, like, really inefficient, and I have to pull up a bunch of decks just to get to ones at the bottom of the basket, so, whoopsie. So I just kind of need to clear up everything and put it back where it's supposed to go, and then I'll message you shortly, and also probably go make food for myself, because I'm actually kind of hungry. So, but yeah, anyway, so, again, I hope the message helped for whoever needed to hear it. It's certainly something that I myself am trying to remember, and it's something that's really, really difficult to hold on to because I just keep encountering nothing but obstacles. A lot of it is out of my control right now, but that doesn't mean that I can't fight against it. I can. It's just really difficult, and also I'm tired of fighting. I'm really tired of fighting. But, yeah. And also, I saw your message that you sent a little bit earlier, Bree. Like, if you needed help with, like, any of that situation, you could have asked me at any time. I really hope you realize that. I've been on that for years. I've been on it on and off, like, for pretty much my entire life. I have a lot of fucking knowledge of how that system works. And I could have helped you, so... if you have questions about anything, just let me know. But yeah, anyway. With that, unfortunately, it is time for me to call it. So... I can go, take care of myself. Go do the necessary things that I need to take care of myself. Like, go get food and probably go get some water. So. And also go stretch my legs. I've been sitting in roughly the same position for, like, the past 3 hours, and my legs... past 4 hours, actually. So, whoops. My legs are definitely just like... ow. Yeah. Oops. Just fell over. It was a deck. Whatever. So. Thank you all for stopping by, whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or just lurked. I appreciate you sharing your time with me. Thank you again for any support that you've shown me. Again, just including sharing your time with me. It really does mean a lot, and it makes more of a difference than you think. So, thank you. I hope to see you all again soon, but bye for now.